Hey everyone, this is Cryptomancer. Today we will be taking a look at the project Solana, or SOL. In this video we will be covering the basics, what Solana is, how it functions, its technology. We will be looking at its creators, a little bit of its history, and then we will also take a look at the token itself, and lastly how to acquire the token. Quick disclaimer, this video is not financial advice. It is for education and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. If you find videos like these useful, please like and subscribe, where I am committed to keeping you up to date with the crypto space. Solana, SOL, explained. Solana SOL is taking on one of the biggest challenges with existing blockchains, scalability. This problem has always been the bane of cryptocurrency mass adoption. With low transaction throughput, cryptocurrency cannot fully compete with payment systems like PayPal or Visa, and this is the reason why Solana was developed. With the capacity to process more than 50,000 transactions per second, Solana has attracted several crypto proponents including FTX Exchange. But what exactly is Solana, and how does it work? Background. Anatoly Yakovenko founded Solana back in 2017. Yakovenko formerly worked for Qualcomm. He also has experience with compression algorithms after previously working at Dropbox as a software engineer. Along with Greg Fitzgerald, Solana CTO, as well as Eric Williams, they conceptualized a new way of dealing with throughput problems that were present in both the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains. They envisioned a trustless and distributed protocol that allows for greater scalability, which is how Solana was born. What is Solana? Key innovations. Solana brings a total of 8 innovations that are inclusive to its system: proof of history, POH, cryptographic clock for the blockchain, Tower BFT, Solana's version of the practical Byzantine fault toleration system, Turbine, blockchain broadcasting protocol, Gulfstream, forwarding protocol without mempools, Sea Level, Solana's parallel smart contracts, pipelining, transaction processing unit, Cloudbreak, accounts database, and Archivers, storage of blockchain history. Let's take a look at these key innovations in turn. Proof of history. Solana took to the community a new solution to make a blockchain more decentralized. The POH system embeds historical records of blockchain transactions in order to prove that transactions indeed happened before they are included in the distributed ledger. This is done by what Solana calls the verifiable delay function. On the Solana blockchain, transactions are embedded with timestamps that help establish the sequence of events that were processed before the latest state of the blockchain is broadcast to the whole network. Transactions are entered into blocks through Solana's sequential pre-image resistant hash, simply referring to hashes that cannot be altered. These hashes are then used as an input to the next transaction. Then, these entries are timestamped to record their actual sequence and eventually save time on having to reevaluate each hash function altogether. Tower BFT. Tower BFT is Solana's version of the PBFT system. The consensus algorithm uses POH as its cryptographic clock in order to reach blockchain consensus without incurring massive messaging overhead and transaction latency. Before the state of the ledger is finalized, validators vote on which version of the ledger is accurate. Then their vote is locked out. This means they are prohibited from making a different vote on a future version of the blockchain that does not show the record of the previous votes on it. Turbine. Solana makes it easier for data to be transmitted to every blockchain node by dividing them into smaller packets. This helps Solana address bandwidth issues and increase its capacity to settle transactions faster. Gulfstream. Solana can achieve a network throughput of 50,000 transactions per second by easing the process of block confirmation. Gulfstream facilitates the process of transaction catching and forwarding even before the next set of blocks for confirmation are finalized. Sea Level. Thousands of smart contracts run in parallel with each other to achieve a more efficient runtime for Solana. Transactions that are in the same state of the blockchain can run concurrently. Pipelining. A set of blocks that contain transaction information is quickly validated and replicated across all nodes in the network. Solana does this by assigning a stream of input data onto different hardware that are responsible for each of them. Cloudbreak. Solana achieves scalability with no risk of sharding by organizing a database that simultaneously reads and writes transcription input. Cloudbreak establishes a data structure where transactions are processed in a software that utilizes every hardware responsible for indexing data. And Archivers. Solana's network allows every node to replicate information from the blockchain according to space available on their hardware. Archivers download their respective data from validators, and this data is accessible to the network. SOL token. SOL. What is it and what are its uses? Solana's native token is SOL. Currently, there is a circulating supply of 26 million SOL, and it has a maximum supply of 489 million SOL. Staking SOL. Solana is a proof-of-stake network with delegations. Validators process transactions on and run the network. Since validators are chosen based on the amount of stake they hold in the network, the biggest staked validators are likely to be chosen to input transactions on the blockchain, and when they do this, they earn rewards. Therefore, validators would want to entice delegators, i.e., non-validator SOL token holders, to allocate tokens to them to stake on their behalf. Validators do this by offering lower commissions, which delegators must pay to validators in the form of a fee representing a percentage of the rewards earned. How to stake SOL tokens. Staking SOL tokens can be a way for users to earn profit if they are just holding their tokens. 1. Transfer the token. To stake SOL tokens, users have to first transfer their tokens in wallets that support staking. These are wallets like Ledger Nano X. 2. Make a stake account. A stake account will have a different address from the supported wallet that you will link it with. 3. Select a validator. After creating a stake account, you can choose from Solana's validators to determine who you'll delegate your SOL to. 4. Delegate your stake. Once you have chosen a validator, you can use your wallet to delegate your stake account to them. Serum is a new high-speed, non-custodial spot and derivatives decentralized exchange, DEX, built on Solana. The reason why Serum wanted to build on Solana is because it wanted to enable the best of both centralized and decentralized worlds, that is, an exchange that is able to be resistant to censorship and non-custodial, yet fast, inexpensive, and highly liquid. And this is only achievable because Solana enables Serum to run on an on-chain central limit order book, CLOB, that updates every 400 milliseconds. What does this mean for cryptocurrency and DeFi traders? It means that Serum will have the lowest latency and gas costs. And now we're going to take a look at Solana's website. From Solana's main site, we can toggle over to the developers tab, the network tab, the validators tab, the community tab, the ecosystem tab. And so what Solana's chain is made for is for other digital apps. So Solana invites you to build crypto apps that scale. And the main features of Solana is that it's fast, secure, and censorship resistant. It's a blockchain providing the open infrastructure required for global adoption. So these are some of the ecosystem partners that are partnered up with Solana. See, it's got many partnerships. Solana's community is interesting. So Solana has an active collective, which you can apply to, that they organize and go to events that promote Solana and reach out into various community aspects of Solana, which is pretty interesting that you can join something like that. Solana also invites you to check out its documentation, so that you can check out kind of the 6 main facets of Solana, on which you can build a decentralized application. You can run a validator node. You can create an SPL token, which is the equivalent of an ERC20 token, say on the Ethereum blockchain. You can integrate Solana into an exchange. You can create a wallet and manage your own Solana tokens, and then you can also learn how Solana works. So they offer you their extensive documentation for their blockchain. Here we're taking a look at the token program documentation. So here they give you like a good document resource with examples and even sample code, so that you can build your own token on the Solana blockchain. And now we're going to take a look at Solana's white paper. The paper itself is titled Solana, a new architecture for a high-performance blockchain, version 0.8.13, and it's by Solana's creator, Anatoly Yakovenko. What the paper is mainly about is about the proof of history innovation. So that is the using of a time mechanism in order to continue to add verifiability to the transactions. And this dramatically speeds up and makes a network safer. So traditional blockchains, like Bitcoin's blockchains, don't actually have a good need for time. So the transactions aren't based around a specific turnaround for the transactions. But here, with proof of history, the time and the order of the transactions is taken into effect. And that is seen to vastly increase the security of the transactions and of the blockchain, as well as the speed through which these transactions are processed. Okay, next we're going to take a look at Solana's price performance. So at the time of this recording, which is June 13th, 2021, Solana's price is $38.20. We can see that Solana's been performing kind of around the, let's say, 30 to like $40, $50 price range since it first was put on Coinbase. I think that really led to like a big jump in the price. The project has really only been active for less than 2 or 3 years. Lastly, we're going to talk about where you can acquire Solana. So Solana is pretty easy to acquire because recently it was added to Coinbase. So you can buy Solana tokens at Coinbase. Other exchanges that offer Solana as well is Binance and Gate.io. And that was my video on Solana, SOL. I'll recap the main takeaways. Solana is a cryptocurrency project that innovates its consensus mechanism with the POH proof of history innovation. Solana includes 8 other innovations which allow Solana to scale much better than previous cryptocurrency projects, with the ability to process 50 to 80,000 transactions per second. Solana is also secure and censorship resistant. Solana aims to develop itself as an ecosystem for dApps adopting Solana as their environment. In this way, Solana is comparable to Ethereum, Polkadot, or Cardano. Thank you for watching my video. If this video was useful to you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.